If you want to nudge the person next to you if they're snoozing, that would be good, because we're going to talk about bed bugs. So bed bugs have undertaken a massive resurgence over the last 10 years. They're particularly problematic here in the US, but actually their prevalence has spread worldwide. And one of the reasons is that they're very effective hitchhikers. So if you check into a hotel which has a bedbug infestation, bedbugs are instantly attracted to the dirty laundry in your luggage. So they'll hitch a ride with you back home, and if you unpack on your bed or whatever, you could be introducing a bedbug infestation into your sleeping area. They remain very hidden, and unless you're one of the 50% of the population who do not react like this, or if you don't react like this to bedbug bites, you could miss the fact that you've got an infestation establishing. 50% of people don't react. So Aprehend is a novel biopesticide product. It's based on a fungal disease of insects. It's sprayed as barriers in the areas where we know that the bedbugs will walk, such as the side of a box spring or around the back of a headboard. When the bedbugs emerge from their harborage, they cross the barrier, pick up the fungal disease on their body, and then when they return to their harborage, they spread that disease among the rest of the population. And every bedbug that contacts that disease will go on to die within 7 to 10 days. So Aprehend offers many advantages over chemicals. It offers a single application rather than the 3 repeat applications that are required, and that saves the pest professional in labor costs and increases their profit margin. It also offers a 3-month residual activity, which means for the first time, PCOs can offer a preventative treatment for hotels and public spaces. It's a natural non-toxic product, and there's no pesticide resistance. $573 million in bedbug treatments in 2015, and that's over 1 million jobs. So our target market is professional pest controllers via direct sales and a distributor network for chemicals, and we generate market pull from hotel and housing managers and homeowners to generate demand. We launched in October at Pest World in Baltimore, and we sell the product at $125 a bottle. That's a 90% gross margin. We've had great customer feedback, including phrases such as totally astonishing from all of our customers. We have a great team with extensive experience in the development and production of biopesticides, the pest control market, and also sales and marketing and international distribution and financial management. We hit our quarterly revenue for the first quarter of 2018, and we're on target to clear a gross revenue of about $4 million by the end of 2020. We're developing an aggressive sales and marketing campaign, working on international registrations, developing a consumer bedbug product, and also looking at a new product for ticks. And I'll take your questions. Thank you.
Well, I love how you started your presentation with fear. You certainly grabbed my attention. So I think what you're saying here is it's not chemical, meaning that there's no health effects, or because it is obviously in your bed.
It's a non-toxic product, so it actually infects the insects, and it's very specific to insects, so it doesn't affect humans or pets. And the product has been registered by the EPA, so we had to go through a standard set of animal testing to clear it for market.
And so the $125 a bottle, how does that compare with the more toxic alternatives out there?
So it's more.
The hotels care. But.
Yeah, the product itself in the bottle is more expensive, but we've had our theory was that you could save in labor costs for the pest controller who's going out there, who no longer has to do 3 repeat visits to apply a chemical. Now it's a single application because the product lasts for 3 months and continues to be
But they can charge the same.
They can charge the same. We've actually had calls from customers who've said, we've reduced our prices. We're making too much money, which has been amazing. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit in terms of the resistance that these bed bugs develop to chemicals? So in the same way, how do you, based on the mechanism of action, how do you feel resistance is less of a problem here, or just kind of how does it compare?
So resistance to chemical pesticides is by the blocking or changing of a single pathway in the metabolism of the insect.
Right.
And often if you become, or if an insect becomes resistant to, say, one class of chemicals like pyrethroids, there's often cross-resistance conferred to other
classes.
chemical groups. Because this is a disease, none of those pathways are relevant. So this is, and these kinds of biologicals have been used in agriculture for many years, and there's not been a single report of resistance developing to a fungal disease, which is great news.
Excellent, excellent, brilliant.
Are there any competitors out there that are not chemical? Any?
No. Well, no, there aren't. So there are low toxicity products that are not registered by the EPA, and they're sort of cleared because they're made out of eucalyptus oil and things like that. But they have no residual effect. If you hit a bed bug with them, they die, but they don't actually have this residual capability, which is really important for bed bug control because you can't target bed bugs directly. They're so well hidden that you couldn't possibly hit them, all of them, directly. So that's... There's no equivalent that matches our product currently. I think people will be looking to follow, but
And how about your marketing and your projections for sales for the next year or two? How are you going to approach the market, and what are your thoughts about sales?
So it seems to be going really well. We've been we've been rolling out the product as we get state-by-state registration. So we've been doing direct marketing. We've been sending out emails, collecting contact details from the Better Business Bureau, and actually, announcing the availability of the product in each state as we get clearance. But we're also advertising in the pest control magazines, which go out to pest controllers on a regular basis. There are websites and so on. And we also turn up at their training sessions. They have to have pesticide credit training every year to have a license. So we've been going to these in the first quarter of this year so that we can gain visibility.
And forgive me if you said this. I've seen between Venture Connect and this, I've been looking at a lot. Did you say what your sales have been historically already?
Yeah, so we launched in October. We made our first sales in November. We sold we sold $45,000 in the in that last quarter of last year, and we're approaching 100,000 this for the first quarter of this year.
That's great.
Yeah.
And on the marketing side, number of people or just size of the firm, are you going direct? Are you going via distribution model?
We're doing both. So we're selling direct via contacts through our website and over the phone orders. But we also have one major distributor on board at the moment. We're adding another one in the next couple of weeks, and we'll start adding further distribution as we see fit. But the direct sales have been fantastic. We've been doing really well.
Okay, with that, we're out of time. Thank you, Nina.